We're live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sports fans around the world. We are the Millie Goats. Well, it's just me for now. Sorry we got started late. There were some technical difficulties again. We're having internet. Telling you what, the summer solstice is upon us, and it is messing with everybody's technology. Maybe, just maybe, it is the fact that football is almost back and most of the energy around cannot handle that, namely our internet. So I know Tex is not here tonight. I think he's got football stuff. Dude's coaching like 3 teams, running camps, building a football program from the ground like a real football guy would. When there is no football, you make football, build it, and they will come. So it is Butch P. I'm not sure where Butch was, but that's okay. He may tune in and pop in here in a few minutes. I have sent out Jens has been on here before. Jens might pop in. Will from Game On might pop in. But if not, we roll on solo. J.V.I had the internet issues, and that's okay. Look, we got plenty of stuff to talk about. It is episode 151. It's our Bacardi episode, Bacardi 101, or was it 151? I think it's 151. Bacardi 151. You only drink that about 2 or 3 times in your life. So, but anyways, it is July 24th, 2024. It is Happy National Fishing Month Fishing Day month. I don't know. It was really weird. When I click on, normally I go to look up my day of the week. And typically I click on one and I scroll down to the bottom of this one, which was National Fishing Month. And it says, I'm getting word from BMO here. Here we go. Actually, there you go. BMO. BMO is here. I didn't know, dude. I didn't know. You never know. Come on the show, BMO. The episode is there. Anyways, National Fishing Month. I scroll to the bottom and I'm looking. It has all the days, and then it says National Fishing Month, which we'll get to in a minute. And it's not really even a month, oddly enough. But anyways, we are the Millie Goats. We are trying to win the Millie. You can see behind me where it says episode since we won the Millie, which is really just whenever we started this show. We have not won the Millie since. Have we been close? Yes. So we play golf on DraftKings. We play NFL on DraftKings. Sometimes we dabble in some others, but usually golf and football because the periods shift very well together. As soon as football is done, golf season starts. As soon as golf's done, football season starts. So it's just a perfect marriage and 2 things that we. So if you're tuning in, thank you. If you're watching now and you don't, BMO currently doing the dishes. I'll enjoy your massive face on my phone for now. Okay, well, you look, links there, buddy. Links there. It's in your court now. No, everything was set up. We were ready to go, and then J.V.I started having internet problems. I think his internet's gone. So, that happens. What are you gonna do? It's technology. Nothing ever works the way you want. But anyways, trying to win the Millie. We just, if you're watching the show, you're new, you're seeing this, you want to catch the rest of the show. Might just be me. That's okay. But if you do want to catch the rest of the show, it's available on your podcast, anywhere you find your podcast. So we do record this show live, which means we have live comments from the chat that pops in here from time to time, and that's what makes it awesome. So let's get right to it. We're not going to do the breaking news just yet, but there is breaking news. Everybody else already done it. This is just our first recording since we've actually seen the news. But we want to thank you to Andrew Novak, who is gearing up for the 3M. If you've not seen our interview with him, we did it on our last episode. Go check that out. Actually, now we have a Twitch account because we're about to start collaborating with some college football 25 leagues, and we're going to do live calls on those. So we're on Twitch now. We have a TikTok. We finally broke down after very emphatic pleas of some of the younger people in our lives have said that you need to be on TikTok. That's the best way. So we don't know anything about TikTok. We're pretty much just going to post dad jokes on there, and that's pretty much what you're going to get. There will be probably no live streaming. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know how to work it. I know nothing about it. Just barely figured out how to make graphics. So that's okay. And I'm enjoying that. I figured out. So this show you're about to get, for those of you listening, you're not going to be able to see them, but I'll do my best to describe these graphics. And some of them are absolute fire. I hate the other guys are not here to absolutely rip into it with me, but maybe they'll chime in the comments and we can go that way. But thank you to Andrew Novak for coming on, talking Wofford, talking golf, talking Panthers, talking football. Boom. That was awesome. He's gearing up for the 3M. We are excited to watch him play and probably going to put him in our lineups. So Novak, we are going to keep up with, we made a promise to you, if you're listening, that we will do the Novak birdie. We will add an O to your name for every birdie and a capital O for every eagle. And it'll just be the hashtag, however many O's are in your name. So boom. Now, football's back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Right out of the gate. Hopefully my internet doesn't crash on me. My computer doesn't blow. That would really suck. Breaking news. I made another graphic. Shocker. Now, on your screen, for those of you who can't see this, is a very nicely designed picture of on your left would say breaking news with some sweet shadows under the news. Underneath would be our logo. There's an orange background and then a diagonal green line about a few inches thick. And then there's a picture of Joe Burrow giving the deuces with his bleach blonde hair. I mean, I would love to hear what Colin Cowherd has to say about this. I mean, I know this isn't a backwards hat, but bleaching your hair, come on. I mean, the real question with this is I'm not really sure. So we had all the pictures that were cycling of Joe Burrow a couple months ago where he had this beautiful perm mullet looking thing. And I would say that Joe Burrow would be higher ranked in the quarterback rankings than the Joe Burrow with blonde hair. That is just my opinion on the matter. I'm not exactly sure so first he went buzz cut and then showed up to camp with bleach blonde hair. So the buzz cut went viral and then he bleached his hair. So everybody's calling him Slim Shiesty. I called him Sisk Joe. There's all kinds of names, Macaulay Culkin, whatever you want to call it. But it is bleach blonde. Now the real question is he going to let? Oh yeah, BMO chiming in. Anakin Skywalker. Is that what that was? Was it the Anakin Skywalker perm? I didn't know where that came from. I couldn't decide if it was Patrick Swayze or if it was something else. I didn't know. Anakin Skywalker. That makes sense. Old Anakin Skywalker, not young Anakin Skywalker with the bowl cut. But yeah. Oh, Macaulay Culkin. He does look bulk though. He's got a red plain T-shirt on. Jamar Chase had a shaved head. I don't know if this is a team thing, but the real question is he going to let this blonde hair grow out into the frosted tips, right? I mean, the frosted tips look that might could play, but we've already seen this, right? The bleach blonde hair, we've already seen this. So it's not anything new. Definitely different. So you can give him credit there, but you can't really say that he's blazing the trail here. So who's going to make the next move as a quarterback, right? Who's going to make the next move? Will Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes do anything? Will Lamar do anything? Tua? I mean, I feel like he has put the ball in other people's court and he did this unannounced, so he kind of got the upper hand on everyone. And then he got up and said he was pretty damn good or something in his press conference. So anyways, Joe Burrow, bleach blonde hair. we're waiting to see what the frosted tips are going to do if he's going to let that grow out. So, anywho, Joe Burrow. All right. The next thing we're going to do here, training camp has started, so football is officially back. The USA Today came out with their NFL poll. I'm going to pull it up right here on my phone. I wish I had now, knowing what I know, would have pulled this up and saved the picture uh, to my Twitter, or to our Twitter, I should say. But basically, what they did is they did the record projections. I was going to get the other guy's opinion on this, but you're going to get my opinion. So right now, the U.S. I don't know what is the significance of the USA NFL poll, the record project. Is this something that usually is right? I have no idea. But they had the Chiefs at 13-4 winning that division. They had the Bengals. The Chiefs were the 1 seed. The Bengals were the 2 seed at 11-6, or the Bengals were the 4 seed at 11-6. The Colts were 11-6 as the 3 seed. What in the Colts? All right, the USA doesn't know ball. There is no way the Indianapolis Colts. Well, we do have the Colts preview coming up, but there is no way in the world the Indianapolis Colts are going to be the 3 seed at 11-6. Come on. And then the Jets are going to be the final top 4 seed at the 2 seed at 12-5 over the Bills. I'll believe that when I see it. Browns were going to be the 7 seed at 10-7. They have the Ravens missing the playoffs. They have the Ravens and the Texans missing the playoffs. I haven't even looked at this. I might just try to pull this up if you guys want to bear with me to try to. This is too good not to pull up. But you've probably already seen it. It's not even that important. But yeah, so and then in the NFC, they have the Ravens and the Texans missing the playoffs behind the Browns, Jaguars, Bills, and Jets. And the Colts did they do this on purpose? There's no way the Colts are winning that division. Did they even see what happened in the draft and in free agency with the Texans? Did they watch CJ Stroud last year? I mean, I'm no expert. I mean, I know ball, but I'm sitting here looking at this like, you got to be kidding me, man. That's null and void. I'm not buying that. NFC, they had the Niners as the 1 seed, Packers as the 2, Eagles as the 3. They have the Lions, or they have the Falcons at 4, because I mean, whoever wins the NFC South is coming out of that division as a 4 seed hosting a playoff game. I mean, the Falcons are at 9-8 winning that thing. Then the Lions are at 5 at 11-6, and the Rams are at 6 at 10-7. So they have the Cowboys not making it. The Bear. Oh, they have the Bear. They have 3 teams from the NFC North. They got the Bears in there at 9-8 over the Cowboys, over the Bucks. Yeah, I don't know about that. So I think the Bears, we'll see. But anyways, so they have the Packers and the Jets playing in the Super Bowl, with the Jets winning the Super Bowl 59. This thing might be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's hilarious that they have the Cowboys out, but the Bears? Am I the only one that doesn't believe in Caleb Williams? I don't know. Anyways, so there you go. That was just a little bit. We're so excited for football. So, Jordan Love's holding out. Stop me if you've heard that before in Green Bay. That's the big rage of debate right now through the sports media. And then the other thing I saw that was hilarious, BMO, you'll like this. I caught Ian Rappaport. Caught him cold, or dead to rights, I guess you would say. I took a picture of it. I think I'll be able to find it and pull it up. But there he is, BMO. Come on up to your screen. Look at old Mr. Ian Rappaport there. He's pulling the oldest trick in the book. Ian Rappaport is at a wedding, it seems, or somewhere, and your boy is up on the tippies. He's up on the tippies. He did not tell his cameraman to pan out the legs and the feet. You have got to, if Rappaport is going tippy toes in a picture, there's nothing wrong with just standing there, dude. Unless you're trying to get your boys, unless Pelissero there on the other side, like, hey man, if he said, I'm going to get you, that's great. But that's exactly. BMO knows what I'm talking about. Pro move, you got to crop it. That's a no doubter. You cannot be taking photos where you're standing on the tippy toes, and then have it get caught on the screen. So I haven't tweeted that out, but I will be all over that whenever the time comes. I'm just waiting. Especially they're doing their back together weekend. So this will be the perfect time. NFL Network will be the hottest, and then we're going to get him. And we're not going to crop out the feet. We're just going to put it out there for the world to see. Okay, National Fishing Month Day. That's what it said. National Fishing Month begins on July 24th and does not end until August 30th. Oh, so it is a month. I was so confused. I thought it was a week, but no, it goes all the way through August. That's my bad. That's on me. Begins on July. Now, I'm going to disagree with this. National Fishing Month. That's the hottest part of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Everything's pushed to the bottom. I guess it depends on where you're at. If you're in the Midwest or somewhere where it's a little cooler, but down here where I am, down on the East Coast, buddy, it is 100% humidity, and the water is so hot. The water is hot. So, first metal barbed hooks appear in Egypt, 1991 BC. So the hooks, hey, shout out Blues Travelers, by the way. Fish are most active during peak solunar periods when the gravitational forces of the moon and the sun are at their strongest. If you pay attention to fishing at all, you know all the fishing charts will have a solunar chart. And when it's at its peak or whatever, that means the gravitational that goes with the tide and the wind and the temperature of the water. So all this stuff people are paying attention to catch these fish. Major feeding times can last 2 hours. So usually, give you a little pro tip here, if you're fishing on the coast, you want to fish the incoming tide for at least an hour or two, and then the outgoing tide for an hour. So if you're ever trying down at the beach on the coast, you're trying to get a fresh caught meal, farm to table, aka ocean to table, you're going to want to fish the incoming tide. So look up your tide charts. That's a public service announcement. And if you want to get really into it, look up lunar periods. Then you'll really be cooking. I mean, we've known the moon can do some crazy things. People are all into those crystals and whatnot. So who knows? Maybe the fish are too. On the show, we have Salute Your Sports, the water cooler debate, which won't be as fun without everybody here, but that's okay. The golf deep dive, which we're going to pull up this golf information and get it going. The How Dare Yous, other relevant sports news, NFL preview, which will be the Colts, and then we'll go over the WOAT-A-MAKER, which is our contest we do between each other to decide who's the best golf player and who's the best football. Butch won the football. I'm currently in the lead in golf. So in your faces. All right. Let me hit the Salute Your Sports drop. Here we go. Let's do it. All right, Salute Your Sports. Usually we do the football first here. But I'm going to go ahead and salute somebody right here, right out of the gate. That's going to be my Salute Your Sports, and it's going to be the punter for Middle Tennessee State. Listen to this story. You guys are going to kick out of this. The punter for Middle Tennessee State, where's it at? I've got it here somewhere. I took a screenshot of it. Where'd it go? I lost it. Let me find it. I can't find it. Everybody talk amongst yourselves. Talk about lunar eclipse. in relation to the fishing world. Anyways, no, wait, maybe it's in the Twitter. I think I did it in the Twitter. Yeah, let me check my Twitter. Hold on. It's in there. There we go. The former Middle Tennessee punter, Kyle Ulbrich. Wasn't there a linebacker named Ulbrich? He is outside of the Dolphins facilities asking for a job. He has signs with his statistics and accomplishments and links to his film. The Miami Dolphins, he's trying to push for a job as the punter for the Miami Dolphins. So you've got to respect that. He's camped outside. I don't know if I should have pulled all this up, but he's got signs out there. One of them says, Sanders, I can hold your balls better. Record holding punter, senior average was 47.1, all conference, undefeated at Hard Rock. Shout out to that guy. Undefeated at Hard Rock. There you go. About the team right there, Dolphins. He's about the team. He threw the team statistic on there. He's got one that says Kyle Ulbrich for punter 2024 will punt for something. And he put in parentheses league minimum. Now, the funny thing about this is you can see he's got QR codes, and I guess that's how you get your film to the people now, which is freaking hilarious because film has come a long ways, ladies and gentlemen. Film has come a long ways. I remember the old days. We had the old 2-track VCR where you had one VCR deck that played the game film, and you recorded it with the other VCR. And you had to pause it, press record, play the clip you wanted, and if you missed it, you had to rewind it and re-record over it. So that's always that always brings back memory. Now they got Huddle where everything's online. You got QR codes out there. But salute to that guy for going out there and dressing for the job that you want, folks. You want to go out there and get a job, you go right to their doorstep. Enough of this, what's it called, LinkedIn and Indeed and all that stuff. Forget that. Get out there, make yourself some white paperboard picket fence posters, put your stats on there, and put your QR codes on there. And then make sure you make a reference to the team. Now, what would be hilarious is, can you imagine if somebody did that in their everyday job? Like, hey, I'm here for the job interview. No, or maybe they didn't call you for the job interview. So you just show up to their premises outside their door with a bunch of signs that says, Joe Schmo, Joe Schmo is here for the sales associate job. Here's a record of my stats. Has gotten lunch for the team multiple times. Here's a QR code to my TikTok of me getting bagels for the crew. Somebody do that and then send it to us. That would be hysterical. Bear with a Machine Gun is here as a local Purple Samurai. I wish you all a good evening. Good evening, Bear. We're about to get into some of these Colts previews. I'm solo. J-Vi's having internet issues. Tex is out. That's okay though. We ride on, baby. We ride on. They gave me the good graces to do so. So, BMO chiming in with a salute. Here's a salute, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to Bryson DeChambeau, and that's how he spelled it, hitting 1 million subscribers into his most recent Breaking 50 video with him and Donald J. Trump. Hashtag 47 or 4547. Donald J. Trump can absolutely stripe it, except for the putter. I don't know if everybody saw that, but his putting stroke is something to behold. We'll say that. That is the most unique putting. It looked like a pull cue, right? Like he would pull it back nice and slow and then slap it forward. And then it would be angled like to the complete diagonal of his body. So I don't know how he does that, but apparently he's pretty good. He made an eagle and 2 birdies solo. So I think they're playing some sort of scramble or best ball score where you both play the hole and take the best score. And then Bryson DeChambeau is like, who should we do under 50 with next? And of course, we took the opportunity to throw our hat in the ring, as we do with most people who are like, whose show should I go on? Who should I try to play golf with. The boys are always down. The Millie Goats are always down to go play some golf. We're probably not going to shoot sub 50. Now, maybe if you made it 9 holes, yeah. But yeah, salute to that. Salute to the Middle Tennessee State punter. Let's talk about these Colts. Here we go. We've got a nice review slide. Look at this thing, man. I told you all. Told you, those of you watching the show, I've been working on the graphics. And this is the Colts 2023 review. There's a slide. Okay, there you go. It's captain's choice. They try to break 50 together from the Reds. There you go. So it's the forward tee. Well, it's come on, Bevo. It's forward tees. Everybody knows that now. This isn't Soviet. Anyways, get us canceled. Get one show by myself. I do a show by myself and get it booted off the internet. Classic me. Just like they think I rigged the water cooler debate. That's nonsense. I'm going to debunk that myth here in a few minutes. But the Colts, 2023. There's a nice graphic for our audio crowd. It has the Colts 2023 review, basically on your left-hand side, with a nice Colts emblem down there at the bottom. And then on the right side, it's a little review. We put this up here. So did they make the playoffs? Nope. I think they collapsed at the end of the year, as they often do. Their record last year was 9-8. They were second in the AFC South, which Houston won because Tennessee stunk and Jacksonville folded. And we just did Jacksonville. So they were 9-8 or 8-9, one of the two. I don't know. And then Tennessee was squandering around down there at the bottom. But the Colts on offense, 23.3 points per game last year, 10th out of 32 teams on offense. So with Gardner Minshew back there, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, about 17 tight ends for sure. And usually a pretty good offensive line. I think it was Shane Steichen's first year. And you knew that, Shane Steichen, clearly he left Philadelphia, and that made a huge difference for the Eagles and also made a really big difference for the Colts as far as their offense goes. They just need to give Jonathan Taylor the dad blame ball a little more. With that, I think he was holding out last year, maybe. And then he got injured or holding out or whatever. But Jonathan Taylor is an absolute give him the ball type of dude. On defense, they gave up 24.4 points per game, which was almost dead last. So, as you can see, therein lies the problem. Now, I did not look up the turnover rate because I'm a big dude who believes in picking teams to go far in the playoffs that have a very good turnover ratio. And I can tell you that I think I've looked it up a couple of times. Teams that have a very high plus turnover ratio usually go very deep in the playoffs, for those of you that like to bet the games. So as things unfold here throughout the season, keep that little nugget in the back of your brain. And with Minshew, if somebody knows their turnover stuff, just let me know. But the key losses they had were obviously Gardner Minshew and his sweet, cool bus that he drives around with the sweet Fu Manchu, the epic profile picture. I think it's safe to say that I don't know who's up for the running, but I think Minshew is the next, is potentially our generation's, or maybe the generation after us. It's your Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's going to be either him or Sam Darnold because they both keep getting thrown around and getting starting jobs. And not that there's anything wrong with them. They're hilarious. They're absolute. Well, Minshew's a character, but Sam Darnold, I don't know. He keeps getting opportunities. There's videos of him throwing to Justin Jefferson today, and Justin Jefferson looked pretty happy. So they lost Minshew. They lost Zach Moss, who I think went to the Bengals. And then Isaiah McKenzie, that was a dig at J.U.Y. Because both Moss and McKenzie were on the Bills. So there you go. They signed Joe Flacco, which I did not know until I looked this up, which is kind of hilarious and awesome at the same time. So they had Joe Flacco come on, which is just an interesting signing because he is nothing like Anthony Richardson. And then they had Michael Pittman. They extended Buckner. They extended DeForest Buckner. They extended Justin Blackman, a safety. They extended. They didn't really do too much that I saw in the offseason. They drafted a defensive end. They drafted the other receiver out of Texas, I think is who it was, and then they drafted a tackle as well as kind of their first 3 picks, and then they had 4 or 5 other guys that I didn't put on there because I ran out of room. So there you go. But they got some help on defense, got a little more speed. They got Downs too, I think. Doesn't he play for the Colts? Demo, isn't that your UNC guy? Wasn't Downs a UNC guy? But so that's what they did. I mean, the AFC South, you're gonna have. I mean, it's got to be one of the most intriguing quarterback divisions, and it's also very intriguing. And you'll see why in my hot take for the Colts. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Josh Downs or whatever his name is, Downs. BMO confirming a breakout year coming. If the comment will load, there you go. So breakout year incoming for Josh Downs. Book it, mark it, put it on the calendar. There you go. So we've got the overview there. Like I said, the AFC. I mean, what's a comparable division in the NFC? The AFC South. You got the AFC West. AFC West run by the Chiefs. AFC North. That's a pretty tough division. AFC North. AFC East. That one's up for grabs too. A lot of good quarterbacks in the AFC. NFC South is abysmal. East might as well be abysmal. West going to be intriguing with Stafford and Kyler Murray and Brock Purdy. North probably going to be the most competitive division, I would say. So I don't know. The AFC South's on its weird. They've got all these young quarterback talents. Who's going to pan out? They definitely. I would say their uniforms. I know Houston redid theirs, but their uniforms in the AFC South are pretty good. I think that's what we should do: is rank which division has the best uniforms. And they put those little skull caps on the helmets now with the logo, so they're really all into those. But anyways, all right. Let me take this down and then find the screen where we gave our hot takes. And I'm going to have to read these in the context that I want to read them in because I'm the only one that's here. So I just have to, I got to make it up as I go. So we all submitted hot takes for the 2024 Indianapolis Colts. Some of them may not sound as poppy as they normally would with the boys not being here, but that's okay. So first up, we're going to go with Butch. He wrote about to dump for the Indianapolis Colts. I have no idea what that means. I don't know how to decipher that. He said about to dump. Maybe he means dump truck. Maybe he's talking about Jonathan Taylor, squatting, big squatting guy, Jonathan Taylor. And then he put many men. I don't know what that means either. And then he put Dixon will be the top quarterback for the first through, well, I guess it auto-corrected. Whoops. It should say through the first 4 weeks. And I'm assuming that's a fantasy football hot take because, Anthony, and he said Dixon, which he meant Richardson, but he said, what is Richard short for? Dick. So Dixon will be a top 4 quarterback or the top quarterback through 4 weeks. So there you have it. Richardson's one of those guys that's going to come out for your fantasy football team, and he's going to run for I don't know how many yards, but he will have a ton of rushing touchdowns, I bet. So if you're a Jonathan Taylor stan, you may want to take a look and maybe go somewhere else for your running back. But also Richardson has been known to get injured, but we don't wish for that. It's just we've seen with big bruising quarterbacks that want to run the football around and run over people, things can get pretty hairy. And then Tex says the Colts will sweep the Texans, which I guess he's a USA Today guy because they also assume that the Colts are going to win that division and the Texans are going to be barely over 500, which would be an absolute shame to the bet that I made for the Texans to win the AFC. So Tex always figuring out a way to, and that's weird for Tex now because Tex is Tex is a Texas guy, and he said he's all Texas all the time, and he's picking against a team from Texas. So that should be thrown out, and I would rebuke that as best I could. Being named Tex and you pick against a team called the Texans, dude, you're a fraud. You're extra toughs, all that stuff. Then he said Richardson will lead the team in rushing touchdowns. That I can believe. That's a valid take. And conversely, J.U.Y.S says that the dark horse winner of the division. So we've got two guys on our show that I would assume are trying to make me mad because I am not an Anthony Richardson fan as far as quarterback play goes, because I think he's wildly inaccurate and he's only played a few games. I think he only started one season at Florida. He was terribly inaccurate there. And he only played a few games last year before he got hurt because he was getting absolutely pummeled out there. This next one from J.U.Y.S, I guess, would be a lot funnier if he said it. He said Johnny Unitas' favorite target, Jimmy Orr, went to J.U.Y.S high school and is the second best wide receiver to come out of there, which I'm assuming J.U.Y.S means that he was the best wide receiver to come out of there. Now, he's not here to debate that. So can we say for sure that J.U.Y.S was the best wide receiver? We can't. So I would say that would be Jimmy Orr 1A, J.U.Y.S 1B, and we'll just leave it at that. So my hot takes are that Anthony Richardson will have at least 10 interceptions by week 9. That means I'm betting on him to throw at least averaging one interception, over one interception per game. And the reason I say that is because he's too inaccurate. So he can have the big rocket arm. He can have looking good at shorts. Joe Milton can throw an orange 500 yards. Anthony Richardson's got a cannon, physical specimen. Nothing against the guy. But I think, well, can Shane Steichen do what he needs to do to not let Anthony Richardson put the ball in harm's way? I guess is my point. So I think he's going to have at least 10 interceptions probably halfway through the year. That's my hot take. And then the next one that I did was Jim Irsay, the owner of the Colts. We know he's an absolute wild card. I'm trying to figure out which animal is Jim Irsay going to fly across the country this year, because I think I'm right, but did he or did he not, Jim Irsay, fly a whale across the country? And yes, because that ties into the Jonathan Taylor issue. Whenever everybody's like, he won't pay his running back, yet he will fly a killer whale across the country. I mean, the ability to have that kind of money to fly whales across the country is pretty darn impressive. So there are the Colts' hot takes for the 2024 season. Apparently, we have two people that think they're going to win the division. We've got a couple of phrases from Butch that I would love to get his opinion on. And then we think Anthony Richardson is going to throw a lot of interceptions. And we think at some point, Jim Irsay has to, at this point, for Jim Irsay, he's just got to do it to be like, that's my thing. I just fly overly obnoxiously large animals. He's gonna fly an overly obnoxious large animal across the country. So he needs to do that for the team. I mean, it's not about him anymore. It's about the team, right? So if you want to get the boys going, Jim Irsay, fly across the country. Oh, looky here. BMO on the stage. Welcome.
What's up? Thank you.
Dude, do you have any
What's
Colts
up?
highlights other than Josh Downs?
Yeah, Josh Downs breakout year, no doubt. I'm thinking actually conversely with you on Anthony Richardson. I think if he does stay healthy, he's going to be a fantasy football phenom.
Well, yes. From the fantasy football perspective, agreed. But for his team's perspective, I think he's going to turn the ball over a ton. Unless Jim Irsay flies, say, a great white shark across the country.
Turn it all around for the team. I
That's
think
right.
it's probably. I mean, the offensive line was supposed to be dramatically better than what it was last year. So if they actually play up to their potential, I think that's going to be the linchpin for the Colts season is in the trenches.
I would agree. I would also. Their defense sucked. They gave up like 25 points a game.
Right.
So can they in that division not be absolute Swiss cheese? And if they turn the ball over a lot, dude, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but part of that might be because their offense was so anemic that the other offensive got so much chance to score on them.
Very true. Also a hot take. Also a very hot take. All right, where are we at here? That was the Colts water cooler debate segment. I've been talking my face off for 40 minutes, and I just now made it to the water cooler debate segment.
I've been enjoying it.
That's impressive.
Loving watching you lately by yourself.
I have no problem talking. You know that. All right, let's do the water cooler debate thing.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I realized I just unpresented the show there, or the screen. Water cooler debate segment. This segment is brought to you by the dad joke, because here it is. Did you hear about the mime that performed only in Windows at his school?
No, I didn't hear.
They voted him the glass clown.
Not bad. I'm so happy I made it for that.
Okay, from Sunday with Andrew Novak, we had the GOAT type of cane, and surprisingly, Andrew Novak gave the best answer, and people agree that the GOAT type of cane was in fact Ed Reed, the Miami Hurricane.
I think we found a loophole. You just have to name a famous football player.
Exactly, with the Donald Driver.
Yeah.
And then I was in second with the candy cane, and then G.U.Y.S and Butch P tied with the Hurricane and Kane the wrestler.
Kane was always number 2.
Yeah. The thing about it was I put the Hurricane. And G.U.Y.S actually said the pimp cane. I just couldn't remember what he said, so I threw a Hurricane in there. That got some pushback, dude. That 100% got pushback from everybody in the group chats about I try to rig the debates and all this stuff, and that's just false information. I just couldn't remember what he said. I said it's the limp cane, not the pimp cane. Did you have a GOAT type of cane? What was yours?
I don't remember.
Dude, you gave one the other week that did not get a lot of votes that I was just shocked by. The GOAT type of curve, and you said curve cologne?
Yeah, I never wore it, but
yeah, but I remember that. That was I remember everybody had one of those in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You just spray it up quick. All right. So this week, let me bring up I closed out the picture thing accidentally, but let me bring up the this week's question, which is, what is the GOAT type of neighborhood activity? Now, this was a pretty good one because we got some pretty great answers. But let me pull it up here. I've been making all these sweet graphics at night. I don't know what to do with them, so I just keep asking questions. But I like doing it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, let me get this other one off of here. There we go. So the GOAT type of neighborhood activity. We had obviously one that we had to put on there, and there's 4 more spots up for grabs. So complaining about the HOA is a great neighborhood activity. Do you currently have an HOA?
Yeah.
You're not going to get kicked out, are you?
No.
Okay. Now, do you have a GOAT type of neighborhood activity queued up, ready to go?
Yeah, I would say growing up, getting together and playing basketball in somebody's driveway.
Always a good slam ball if you're a real
Or
man.
slam ball on somebody's concrete pad.
Somebody's concrete pad. Dumbest thing we've ever done. The the one that I was gonna do was how about just a nice walk? I love a good neighborhood walk, dude. I'll
Yeah,
just
it's
tell
nice.
you that right. I mean, put the kids in the stroller and just stroll around the I mean, obviously if you have sidewalks it's more ideal, but we don't have sidewalks down here. And I still like to go for a walk, dude.
Neighborhood boat ride.
Neighborhood boat ride, you could do that. We do that quite frequently.
Cookout,
always
pool party.
Pool party's a good one. We're gonna pull up some of the other answers from some other people. Edge, I think, said move out of the neighborhood with some explicatives and into the country. And then he said have friends that live in neighborhoods and go party at their house.
Yep.
We had a street hockey. We had cookout, doorbell ditch, walking around, judging other people's houses. That's always a fun activity to do in the neighborhood.
Ooh, trick or treating.
There it is. I mean, nowadays you have to be careful. Everything's laced with stuff.
I don't know what kind of neighborhood you live in, but we're all right up here.
Live on the Facebook streets, dude.
Yeah.
That's tough. So we will finalize that list. So we had a walk, and we had basketball in the driveway, and then I will throw in some other ones for the water cooler debate. So we'll pull that off, and then we got to talk some golf, dude. Are you ready to talk some golf? I'm ready to talk some golf. That's why the people
Let's do it.
Okay, let me hit that beat. Let me let the beat build here for a second. Everybody, shh. I love this thing. I cannot believe I pulled up beside an ice cream truck and heard this song playing. I was dying. There it is. Okay, dude. We're in Minnesota this week for the 3M Open final stretch before the playoffs begin. I think it goes the 3M Open, the Olympics, then the Wyndham Championship, and then I think we're going to try to be boots on the ground for the Wyndham, and then the playoffs start that following week. So, yes, 3M Open, Olympics, Wyndham Championship. Sad news. Actually, 2 pieces of sad news. One, Masters tickets came in, did not get it.
Yes.
I was not selected. Were you selected? Did you register?
But every year I look forward to somebody posting on Instagram that Isaiah Thomas met the criteria. I was not selected.
Tradition is that's the Masters, dude. That's Augusta.
Yep.
Tradition. What do you make of the Joe Burrow bleach blonde hair? I just saw that as I was scrolling through.
I think it looks good.
Do you?
Yeah. Because I mean, yeah, it's not
looks good.
I would literally the first thing after I saw it being bleached, I was like, I wonder if he's gonna let that grow out into some tips. That's what I thought
That's
to
exactly what
myself.
I said, dude. I was like, the real test is he gonna let it grow out far enough to give us that half frosted tip, half whatever look, half natural look.
But dude, he
So
can pull off some hairstyles. He's like the new Tom Brady as far as being able to pull off different hairstyles.
that, and he wore the backless suit.
Yeah. And
I'm
which,
surprised.
totally something that we would do if we showed up to an event and they're like, hey, will you wear this? Yeah, I'll put that on.
100%. Do you have any feather earrings that I could slap on?
Yeah, go really well. But now
The other,
I think that hairstyle, even though it's been done before, it's been done a decent while ago.
yeah.
By somebody in his role. So I like it.
Um, the I think I'm surprised nobody has done. You know what he should have done? I don't know all the Dragon Ball Z stuff, but
Yeah.
what he should have done was shown up as the Super Saiyan Goku. Joku.
Yep.
There it is.
There it is, dude.
Tweet. Write it down. Joku.
Joku.
Super Saiyan.
Having a
We could probably.
football painted up like a Dragon Ball.
Oh yes. There we
Mhm.
go. All right. I'm gonna get to workshopping on that. So, anyways, and then the other bad news, dude. Hubs has withdrawn from the 3M Open.
Does he have an injury or something?
I don't know. I was in contact with Hubs Tracker, who's our official source of Hubbard information, and he said that he said Scotland to California to Minnesota a lot. So it was relayed, and that's just sad, dude. That's just sad because I was looking through the DraftKings, and I'm like, where is Hubs? This is a Hubs
Yeah.
tournament, so we'll pour one
Yeah.
out for our boy.
Hopefully it's not going to be anything that lasts the rest of the season for him.
Which I hope not, dude. He's
Because
injured.
the Wyndham.
Oh, don't even talk about that, man.
I
We might
know.
have to get him on next week. We'll get him on next week to maybe prep for the Wyndham. But also talk Olympic golf because there's no more American golfer than. So, but anyways, this tournament is somewhat of a birdie fest. The cut lines recently have been 4 under. First of all, it's the 3M Open. It's at TPC Twin Cities, Blaine, Minnesota. Shout out Blaine Gabbert, Midnight Blaine to Georgia. Blaine's Trains and Automobiles. Blaine at all of my roots. Stay in your Blaine. Any others that we can shout out for Blaine? That's who we need to get on the show too, is Blaine Gabbert.
Mm-hmm.
I think
He'd be a
Super Bowl
good interview.
champion Blaine Gabbert.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl champ Blaine Gabbert. I think wasn't he with the Chiefs last year? What a freak!
I don't even know the Chiefs' backups. I knew Moore was the backup for a while, but
Yeah, then it was Chase Daniel, then it was Chad Henne, and then I think it was Blaine Gabbert. Revenge against the 49ers, of course.
Mm-hmm.
How about recent cut lines have been 4 under, 2 over, 2 under, 2 under, 3 under. Past winners here were wait, no, that's not past winners. Oh, but the favorites, that's what this is. The favorites are Finau, Sam Burns, Akshay Bhatia, Thigala, Luke Clanton. They're all projected to be in the top 5. Luke Clanton's that amateur that's been absolutely scorching the last couple of weeks, so he's getting a lot of run. But then we also had this from Golf Tips Checker. Shout out them on Twitter. Always a good follow. The 3M Open most tipped chart, which is kind of nice that they take this and poll a bunch of handicappers, which we are not. And they say who's 252 tips, 50 sources, meaning they're gathering data, churning up the turbines, And the average odds would be Batia at 20-1, Knapp 70-1, Cam Davis at 33-1, Eckroat at 50-1, Hadwin at 40-1, Van Rooyen 40-1, Clanton 25-1, and then this chart shows you where everybody is all over Akshay Bhatia, and it's pretty evenly distributed between all those people. So, any thoughts on this? Are you putting together a parlay for the 3M?
No.
Should you? Are you able to?
I don't know. I feel like the majors are the only ones I don't even feel comfortable betting those, but I feel like I'm always more interested with bigger names.
Okay. So there's 156 golfers here. The cut's going to be top 65, and then within 10 strokes of the leader. I think that was a weird little thing. 8.3 million to the winner, or 8.3 purse, and then the winner gets 1.5 milli. So there's that. Let me see what else we got here. There it is. That worked out nicely. So for this course, then we've got Ron Close, who's PGA Splits 101 on Twitter. Go follow him. He's phenomenal. Arnold Palmer course, par 71. Looks more like a Florida course with all the water. That was the other thing I wrote down was water. There's a lot of water here. Averages almost a stroke less per round for the last 4 years. Ninth longest course. The par fives here are really long. Birdies and train wrecks, meaning if the wind is crazy, like it was at the Troon, that was wild, and all this water, you can quickly go from absolute in contention to complete and utter debauchery. 13 holes with water danger, and then 12 holes that have a 14% bogey or worse rate. Fourth most penalty strokes off the tee, meaning people hit it in the water a lot. But the approach, if you can get it in the fairway, is one of the easiest inside 150. Really easy greens to put on. The second easiest. Premium on driver accuracy. Mid to long iron people. 11 par fours, 4 par threes. 3 par threes at 200 plus, and 3 par fives, each at 590 plus, with 2 of them being over 600. Roughs, 4 inches, bluegrass fescue. Greens are bent 12 on the stem, so you want your bent grass putter guy. I was going to ask you a question, but I forgot. Dude, can you imagine hitting a 200-yard par 3? What would you hit there?
I always pull, if it's over like 180, I tend to pull my driver out and do like a 60% swing anyway. So probably driver.
Are you in the contest?
No, not yet. I always wait to hear. I always wait to hear the rundown, and then I jump in.
Okay. What if I told you that? See, we got some more. So, ball strikers definitely. Really easy to get the greens in regulation. It's 71%. So when you're looking at the PGA app, you want to go guys with high GIR. You want girth. You want Girth Brooks. But yeah, the proximity of the hole on the par fives, so is like 94 feet. So eagles are not really a thing here. I'm sure there will be a few, but the proximity is 94 feet on the par five, meaning it's 94 feet from the hole when you reach the green in 2. Scrambling from the sand, the short grass, and the rough are each tougher than average. Second easiest, so outside of 15 feet, you can make some money here putting. So, but the other thing was, yeah, going for the green proximity is bad, but pretty much just what I just said. So last week was a bit, dude, as far as the guys go.
What happened to Lowry, man? Didn't you have Lowry in a couple of your lineups, and then he got like plus 6 one day?
Yep, he went like 5 or 6 over on the back nine of day 2 or 3. I think it was day 3. He just absolutely pooped the bed.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened. His putter was hot the first 2 days. That's how he got out to that lead. He was just making those putts that nobody else was. And then I think his irons got a little, no, well, he started getting in trouble off the tee is what it was. So that was the bad part for Lowry. Ooh, that's a good question, Bear. Bear says, is there a DFS for Olympic golf? Man, I hope so. You just put all 4 Americans in there and just call it quits, buddy. That's what you do. Do they have DFS for Olympics? I don't know. But we went 1 for 5 last week. Perez missed. Tiger missed. Louis Oosthuizen missed. Batia missed. The only one that made it was Dustin Johnson from Tex, and that we all just laughed in his face whenever he picked Dustin Johnson. So Tex gets to take a victory lap. Good for him, right?
Yeah.
But
that was a nice time in golf with DJ.
Right.
Let's see.
What do you mean?
Like when DJ Koepka, Reed,
Right.
Ron, all those guys were doing so well.
Yeah. Yep. Golf was there where they wanted. They wanted it there where you had all these top level talent guys. And now Scotty has emerged. Do you think now, are you saying that Scotty has benefited from all those guys leaving? You going out on a limb? You making a hot take?
Yeah. I mean, I think he would still be doing almost, I mean, he might have one less win or something, 1 or 2 less wins. But yeah.
Some are saying he's a bad closer, though. Some are saying he's a bad closer because usually all of his wins come May or before.
Yeah.
So he's one of us. Well, not you, but he's one of us.
He extended it a little bit this year, but we'll see. He's been quiet lately.
He blew up on Sunday at the Open. He like 3-putted from like 6 feet, which was pretty bad, and that kind of knocked him out. But he better get it together before the Olympics. We can't be having that. We can't be having that. Bear said he got wrecked. I'm assuming he's talking about the contest. We had a pretty good turnout for the contest last week, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to join our contest, go into our show description, click the link, and then boom, you're in. Okay. The guys. Whoops, I put them up before I went through my story. Dang it. Anywho, I'm going to go through the story.
Yeah.
Because I wrote down my notes.
Thought we were getting saved.
No, absolutely not. Well, now that you know that this is Hayden Buckley, that kind of ruins everything. But for $7,000, this dude has made 7 out of 8 cuts. In his last 6 events, he's had 2 top 10s, including his most recent, a top 10 at the Barracuda, where he finished 7th. Driving accuracy, 31st. Not bad. His approach from 125 to 150, he's 76th. From 150 to 175, he's 91st. This golfer's name means Deer Meadow. What state has over 1 million deer in it? Minnesota. Okay. So we've got the guy who literally means Deer Meadow playing in the state of 1 million deer. What rhymes with doe, which is a female deer? Tow. Where was the tow truck invented? Chattanooga, Tennessee. Where is Hayden Buckley from? Chattanooga, Tennessee. Tow truck invented in Chattanooga, Tennessee. What else was invented in Chattanooga, Tennessee? you may not know this, but the moon pie was invented in Chattanooga, Tennessee. What looks like it's from the moon? The Nerf football looks like it's from the moon or a piece of the moon. Where was that made and invented? Minnesota. So, Deer Meadow, tow truck, Chattanooga, moon pie, Chattanooga, Nerf football, Minnesota. All the signs are there. You'd play. Hey, whoops! I forgot to change his price. That should say 7,000. Who's our graphics guy? What an idiot! Hayden Buckley, 7K on DraftKings. This does not mean, everybody who's watching and listening, that you put all these golfers into a lineup. This just means these are cheap guys in the roster construction that you can use interchangeably to help you play some top heavier lineups. Get it twisted, and I apologize for the 7K typo. Thoughts, Beam Up?
I like it. It was
pretty much.
I feel like there's a lot of guys around
The
that
stars aligned, dude.
Yeah.
There are. Go ahead. What are you looking at? Give me one or two you're looking at.
I just had to sneak a peek, and my eyes, but they fell on two Andrews, Novak and Putnam.
St. Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
St. Andrews was host of the Open. A lot of hazard at the Open. A lot of hazard at this course. I see where you went with that. That was nice. You didn't have to tell me. I knew.
I know you knew.
Hit the links for a quick 18. Grab yourself some. What's the one that texts? No. What's the deer? What's the beer with the deer on it? My dad used to drink it. Anyways, beer, deer, links, quick 18, St. Andrews, Red Stag. There you go. That's a whiskey. The other guys, I have no idea. I do like Zach Blair at 6,800, and Carson Young is in a battle for his life against Chandler Phillips for the best mustache on tour. Did you see their pictures on the DraftKings app? You should, because they're like right beside each other, and it's like, did DraftKings do this on purpose? I hope so, because it's hilarious.
Keep them at the same price, so they're beside each other.
We need mustache lines. I might make a mustache lineup this tournament tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. One lineup as the mustache lineup. Have to do it. And then Tex said he is done with golf, but his guys, his Satsune, who he always picks, like he just reverts back to Rio his Satsune, which is a sweet name. I don't know that I have any more graphics to play here. Maybe I do. I don't know. Let me cycle through them real quick. Bear with Machine Gun says Eric Van Rooyen has a nice stash. I'm going to have to see if he's still got it on his profile picture. If he does, then he will be in the lineup. We're going to make a mustache lineup. All right, let me cycle through these real quick. I think that's all there's the Colts. There's Joe Burrow with his sweet hair. Let me go back to this one. The consensus winner. A lot of people like Jake Knapp. Batia would probably be the only one that I would put money on to win. I don't know why. Finau, I think, is a really good choice for this.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'd probably go Finau, just because to me, I've watched the most of him. Although he does seem to blow up and can't finish, it seems. I'm an optimist, so I'm always like, this is going to be the time where he puts it all together. So
what about
all said and done, I'd probably say female top 10 rather than female winner
Female
is what
top
I'd
10.
actually put money on. Yeah. Lock it in.
Female top 20, lock it in.
1 unit.
Female soda, that's what they're calling him. The other one I'm looking here, JT Poston, 3M makes what?
Tape.
What is 3M?
Adhesives.
They make
Post-it notes.
Post-it notes. JT Post-it.
Adhesives for Post-it notes, maybe.
Do
they make the actual Post-it notes?
I think so. I think they do, but let me stop you right there. There's only one job here, and that's Tom Hoagie. This is a Tom Hoagie tournament, if I've ever seen one, where a lot of birdies, kind of not a main event golf tournament. This is Tom Hoagie to the absolute gills. People don't sleep on Sam Stevens, BMO.
All right.
Sam Stevens is a good golfer.
Yep,
don't sleep
confirmed.
on Sam Stevens.
3M Post-it notes.
Don't sleep on Mac Meisner. I like Mac Meisner. Does he have a mustache? He should. Gracerman. I like Gracerman too. I need just strict. Jake Knapp has a mustache. There we go. Jake Knapp just made the list, buddy. Strict mustache. I think we've got. Does EBR have the? Does he have the mustache on here? I'm just scrolling through looking for mustaches. Pay no mind to me.
The mustache men.
That's right, dude. Mustache, Minnesota. Where's EBR? No, he's got the full beard. What a I almost said a bad word. What a pansy. Okay. That's enough scrolling through looking at mustaches. What a show. Come here, you get the mustache.
Hey,
update.
I'm all about the mustache. We got Paul Skeens on the mound. Got his first loss yesterday.
Woo!
Only had 2 earned runs and he went.
Did you go to, how was Bino?
It was awesome. It was great. Had about 25 cold ones.
Joe, with the which ones did you do?
Miller 64s.
The Miller 64s.
Yeah. The tailgate beer. So I was trying to get prepped for.
You started that one at the.
I forget when I started that
Buffalo,
one.
didn't you?
It might have been. Yeah, I think it might have been in Buffalo. But trying to get prepped for football season.
Well, you got a training camp, dude.
I know. That's what I'm doing.
With the training camp.
That's what I'm in right now.
Bleach your hair. Go ahead. Dude, you look ridiculous with bleached hair. Let's do the tips.
You give me some tips on there, man.
Paul Joe Burrow.
You probably all fall out.
The show about the intangible. Okay, we have how dare yous, and then that's pretty much it. So let me get to that. Everybody, shh! Nobody say a word. Here comes the. I lost it. There it is. Shh.
How dare you! How dare you!
How dare me! How dare you!
How dare you!
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you!
Again. There it goes. It's playing again. I just sit there and stare for like 20 seconds, and then it plays like three pieces of the intro. How dare you? You want to go first? I'll go first. How dare you, Bills fans? How dare you, Bills fans? This is for you, Bills fans. Rumors are Josh Allen just hard launched his relationship with Haley Steinfeld, and it's time to bet the Bills. I could not 100% disagree with that more, and I got into an argument on Twitter with a Bills fan, because I said statistics show that once you get engaged or married, that you were in at least a 4-year drought of playoff success, to which the Bills said they said neither, and to which I said, I never said that. I didn't say he was married, which means you should bet the Bills. So how dare you for getting mad at me for telling you that I was agreeing with the post, and you're just looking for a reason to be mad about people not giving Josh Allen, which is absolutely ridiculous. So how dare you, Bills fans?
Is there a bell curve with this married and engaged stat? Because does it apply to the elites?
When did Patrick Mahomes get married? Because I know that's where you're going.
A couple years ago, 2021, 2022, something like that. But
No.
Ben Roethlisberger got married and did well.
I think it was just for our own teams. I think that's what the studies were.
Yeah. I think we should probably look at like the elite, the top 10 quarterbacks of the past 15 years and just see when they got married, because this might just kind of be to the mediocre people like Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott.
We can't go there, even though I did see a graphic of the exact same statistics from Jimmy G and Brock Purdy over their first like 30 games. I mean, it was identical. Completion percentage, passer rating was way higher for Brock Purdy because he's a better leader. But I think it was just for our teams. I think they did like a Jim Kelly and maybe a Steve Young or maybe a Joe Montana. Really, it was just Tex trying to rip the Bills, which is tradition on this show.
Yeah.
2 Bills drive.
Dude, can't wait until that happens.
Do you? I don't know if he ever got accepted into the 2 Bills drive. If he can comment yet, I think he got accepted in there. Did you have a how dare you? Or I can do another one.
Yeah, no. How dare you to the Olympic town making those cardboard beds, not bouncy, anti-fun beds.
Yep. Good way to put it. Although there was. Yeah, they're over there for like a month.
Yeah, we're all adults here.
You know who? There was a video of a guy that like simulated having fun on those beds and saying that it was possible.
Yeah, so I'm doing a bunch of high knees and handstands and stuff on there.
Dude, when you're going for gold,
maybe in college, I don't know.
The ones who got away with it the best were the surfers. Did you see what the surfers got? They got a cruise ship off the coast or wherever they're doing the surfing Olympics.
Hey, we got gold on a cruise ship one time.
Cruise ships, there's good things can happen on cruise ships. I also had one for Landon Dickerson because we put up a graphic about how to gel your team. Lo and behold, about 3 days later, Slip and Slide was on that list that we made to gel the team, and Landon Dickerson, guess what? Had a slip and slide party. So how dare you for even shouting us out, and everybody else for not giving us credit for absolutely nailing that one on the top 5.
You got it. You're the graphics wizard.
That's right, dude. In your face. Do you have any other ones?
No, I just had to think of that one.
Okay. All right. The only other thing, I had 2 newses, which was Carly Lloyd, I guess, who was a soccer player, hit a 55-yarder in, I think it was the Eagles training camp. She had a 55-yard field goal. Now, she took like 14 steps to do so, but she still do what?
Was it off a tee?
I don't know. I couldn't see. It was so far away. But the rumor is that multiple teams tried to sign her after that.
Maybe the training. Maybe the training camp.
You can't take 16 steps to kick a field goal.
I mean, that's
You'd be
still
tackled
very
before you got out
impressive.
there.
Very
It was.
impressive to be able to slam a
I was
ball
like,
that far.
mm-hmm.
But yes,
I'm not doing that. And then the other one was the Browns security team. Did you see that video?
no.
The Browns security team, there's a video out there where they're in training camp and they've released somebody onto the field, and the entire security team is doing practice runs of trying to catch the person that's running on the field.
I would say it's more of a salute your sports practice like you
That
play.
is- that was just other relevant news. That was not a how dare you. I was
Yeah.
just I came across it. I'm like, now that you said it, that should have been a salute because that was freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just all these like middle-aged, kind of out of shape, in shape dudes chasing around this guy, trying to tackle him. And I
Hey.
think they ended up getting him. So
The team sport, it takes a whole organization to get a Super Bowl.
that's what I'm saying, man. That's a good point. Shout out to the Middle Tennessee State punter. It's all about the team. Anything else that you've been doing or saw that's relevant in the sports world?
No, I didn't come prepared today. I apologize.
Yeah, well, that was kind of a late notice where things got haywire. But
Drake
I appreciate
May.
you coming
Drake
on.
May's looking very confident. Not so much rookie-esque in camp. Everybody from before rookie minicamp and training camp started was going from saying he's definitely sitting 1 to 2 years, and now all the sports media, after watching him, is saying, is he going to beat out Brissett to start week 1?
Ooh. They did announce Brissett the starter, but then there was also a video where Drake Mays threw such a pretty ball that Jalen Reagor actually caught it. Everybody's like, whoa, he never catches footballs. What's on here?
So they're thinking probably October, whenever the season's pretty much over for the Patriots. They're gonna plug him in.
That's the time to put your draft prospect out there whenever the season's wasted and nobody cares, is to get him out there and get him some good reps.
Yeah, zero pressure.
Holy cow.
But they've got the Pats at like 4.5, I think, win total.
What are you going to bet them? Are you going to bet that over or under?
I don't like win totals because one injury could change everything.
Very true. If Brock Purdy got hurt, the season would be lost.
Exactly. Nobody could jump into that system and have their eyes closed and do what he does.
Just like Brandon Ayuk, insert wide receiver here.
Oh, future Steeler.
Probably. That's all right.
There's so much smoke. Zero fire.
People ask me, "What do you think?" I'm like, "He's under contract." And they
why
can
would
franchise tag him.
Yeah, why would they try to get rid of him for draft capital when he's a fringe number 1?
Yeah.
And you're a contender. Like, doesn't make any sense to actually get rid of him.
If somebody gave him like 2 first-rounders, which would never happen, then yes,
right,
would take that. But this whole thing is just they're bored and they need something to talk about. And usually they have these arcs of teams. The Bills are going through it right now too, where everybody's just like piling on. Oh no, they can't. And they try
Josh
to drag
Allen's
them down.
overrated.
Right.
And you hear that nonstop.
Yep. I mean, it is. That's what it is. They have these arcs. They're like, okay, what can we pick apart about the 49ers who have been way up here so high? And then the Bills, it's like, it's just, and then they'll sit there and it's like Lamar, the MVP, he's going to lead his team. He's going to be the greatest quarterback. And it's like, do we not look at statistics here, guys? Like Josh Allen, by every measure, is better except for turnovers. That's it.
We know those voters have no idea what they're doing. Just voting for those accolades.
Clearly, they
have
gave
zero
Joe
faith
Flacco
in
an
them.
award. Right, they gave Joe Flacco an award. I mean, how could that happen? Not to bring that up, dude. Sorry.
I've bounced back.
Yes, You're ready. You're ready
I'm
to
ready.
bet Patriots over 4.5.
Just lost 200 at the casino. I'm back.
All right. Golf tournament starts shortly. I have to go make lineups, but the DraftKings Jamboree Inter-Squad Millie WOAT-A-MAKER. I am in the lead with 17 golf wins. Dylon is in second, tied with G.U.Y.S for 12. Asterisk for Dylon because that one didn't count. Butch P has moved out of the bottom ahead of Tex. Tex has 6. Butch P has 7. Recommend our show to a friend's friend. And follow us on YouTube, the Millie Goats, Rumble, the Millie Goats, Twitter at Millie Goats, Instagram at the Millie Goats, website and blog, themillygoats.godaddysites.com. And we're on Facebook. Friday nights.
Happy drafting.
Let's do it. Thanks for coming on, dude.